So I see a lot of other financial YouTubers talking about their stock portfolio updates and give you monthly updates and bi-weekly updates on what their portfolio is like. So I figured I might as well do the same thing. So it's probably gonna have a little bit of different information on it, but basically in this video, we're gonna go over my 1 month review of my stock portfolio. Hopefully it can give you some interesting information that you can take towards your portfolio, and hopefully you find some entertainment in it. So let's get started. What's going on, everybody? My name is Darren Jackson. Hopefully you're having a great day and week so far. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about my stock portfolio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So I decided that I may make this a monthly topic where I just go over my previous month's stats, the gains, the losses, how I'm doing overall, how I'm doing on my dividend earns, because I have a specific goal on that, and what stocks are bringing me the most gains. So definitely keep in mind leaving a comment if you feel like this video is a video that you find interest in, especially on a monthly period. Otherwise, I still might do it, we'll see, I don't know. So with that being said, guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about the overall gains that I have on this portfolio from the previous month as of Saturday, June 20th, which is when I took down all the information. So we're gonna go over that. We're also gonna go over what my expected total annual dividends and the yield is as of this moment, because I have a specific goal and I'll go over that in just a little bit. And then we're gonna end this video off with going over the top 4 stocks that I have in my portfolio right now that gave me the biggest gains in this past month. Now 3 of those are dividend stocks, and yes, 1 of them actually isn't, which is a little weird for me because I consider myself a long-term growth and dividend investor, but I guess that's where the long-term growth comes into play. So let's get started, guys. All right, so first things first is how my portfolio is doing overall. Now, mind you guys, this is information I gathered on Saturday, June 20th, so this is a couple of days ago, but that being said, let's get started. The past month's been a little weird with good news and bad news about this pandemic, but my portfolio has actually been able to do pretty well. I've gotten a little over $165 in monthly gains, which has put me at almost 9% overall, which is really good. But unfortunately, overall, I'm at about a $7.36 loss, which is almost, I think, a 0.5% deficit from what I've invested into it, which is actually a gain for me in the really long run, which I'm sure a lot of you guys may feel the same way, because me personally, my portfolio was a hot mess a couple of months ago. I was in the positive in February by hundreds of dollars overall, and then up until a couple of weeks ago, I was negative a couple of $100 because of all the pandemic cases and all the negative feedback from that and business closing, et cetera, et cetera. So knowing that I'm only negative $7 short of the overall amount that I've invested into this portfolio is actually not a bad thing, even though I was positive a few weeks ago. But hopefully I can invest in the right companies, and hopefully these positive cases decrease significantly so we can sense a level of normalcy again, but we'll see what happens. Now, as far as my annual dividends go, so my goal for this year, by the end of this year, I wanted to have a stock portfolio that would contribute at least $100 annually back to me, which I would eventually, just reinvest. But when I submitted all the information to track your dividends after a month of doing dividend reinvesting and buying additional stocks, it actually showed that I'm making $105 every year, which is amazing. And that doesn't seem like a lot in hindsight, but considering putting that amount of money in a lot of regular savings accounts, this might be a bit more than putting it into a regular savings account. So I'm really happy on where it is right now. So with that, I have about a 5% dividend yield on my entire portfolio. So I'm really, really happy about how that's going. So hopefully we can see that continue, and I'm gonna set a new goal for myself to try to reach $150 to $200 by the end of this year, because we have about 6 months left. And it's not just gonna be me throwing money into my stock portfolio on a considerable amount of stocks that just have a high dividend yield without doing my research. So if you guys have any suggestions on what type of stocks are safe that I should invest my money into that have a decently high dividend yield, then please leave a comment below and we'll go from there. Now, the next thing we're gonna go over is the 4 stocks in my entire stock portfolio that have given me the most gains in the past month. Just the past month. So from the beginning of June 1st, or like May 30th, May 20th up until last Saturday. So the first stock is a company called AbbVie. Now, AbbVie is a research-based pharmaceutical company that sells pharmaceutical products that help with chronic diseases, dermatology diseases, and types of viruses, including HCV and HIV. So they're a pretty serious company within the pharmaceutical and medical industry. Now, I currently only have one share of AbbVie right now, but I'm pretty sure I bought it at about $70-ish a share, and it went up to $90-ish overall. But in the past month, it's gone up by $4.57, so at about 4.96% of its overall worth. And another thing that's pretty cool is that this stock does pay its dividends every quarter, but it actually went up 11 cents since the last quarter it paid out in 2019, which was in October. So now it pays $1.18 per quarter off its 4.7-ish% dividend yield. So that's definitely a stock I'm gonna hold on to and hopefully buy a lot more, so I can sit here and tell you guys I have 2 AbbVie dividend stocks. The next stock that's brought me the most gains in the past month is Delta Airlines. So honestly guys, I bought Delta Airlines about a month before I took a flight to another state. And the simple mindset that I had behind that was the fact that there are still people that are taking flights, and more importantly, people are taking advantage of the cheaper prices that a lot of airlines, including Southwest and American and Delta Airlines, are having, including myself. So I figured, okay, let's go on and buy some. So I bought 3 stocks, and in the past month, each stock has gone up by $7.09. So you multiply that by 3, I'm looking at what, $21.27. So that's a pretty good gain. And I'm also taking advantage of their 5% dividend yield. So that's another thing that's going to promote me to getting more stocks, especially with the low prices that they still have at the moment. But on top of that, I also researched that Delta Airlines is expecting to pay off the borrowed money from the state government by next September, because we're starting to notice a high demand on tickets. So their plan is to add about 1,000 flights per day nationwide starting in the summer to hopefully meet those demands and ultimately make more money. But obviously the concern is, are they still going to limit the amount of seating that they have, because they want to make sure people maintain as much distance as they can to prevent the spread of this pandemic? But we'll just have to see about that. But in the meantime, I feel like this is a really good stock to invest in. I'm glad I invested into it. Hopefully it continues to get some gains so I can reap the benefits of that. Now, the third stock that has brought me the biggest gains is the Big O company, Realty Income, the monthly dividend company. That's literally the nickname of it. It's funny because every time I talk about this company, I have to re-emphasize that it's literally the monthly dividend company. They gave it that name. But anyway, so as most of you guys know, they're a real estate company that makes money off tenants from stores that you may know of, like Walgreens and Dollar General and Dollar Tree and places like that. And in the past month, this stock has gone up by almost $11 per share. So it's helped me with my outstanding total of 1 share. But regardless, I'm happy that I invest into this company. I definitely plan on investing more into it, especially because their PE ratio is very attractive. Their dividend yield is ridiculously attractive. They have a long history of paying that up to 90% of their earnings back in dividends to their shareholders since they are a REIT. So that's definitely a company that honestly, no matter how expensive this stock gets, I'm planning on buying more of them. Hopefully I can maybe invest in at least 10 shares of this stock. But the company that has earned me the most money in the past month, it's a bit of a cheat, but it just happened to happen, is Nikola Motors. So Nikola Motors is apparently gonna be this Tesla killer, we'll see. But they make battery electric vehicles and they specialize in hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles. There's a lot going on, and honestly, this company is a word of mouth company. That's what's driving this stock up. So if you happen to invest in this company back when they were just called Vecto IQ, then you would have invested in this company when shares were between $10 and maybe early 20s. I bought this company at $32 a share, and within a month I made another $32 a share, so roughly 100% gain. Even though at one point it did go up to about $92. I'm just comparing to where it is as of last Saturday. But Nikola Motors is a very interesting company. Keep a lookout for. As I've said, it is all word of mouth. As far as I know, there's been no production and reviews of actual vehicles that they've sold, because I don't think they've sold any. It's all been reservations based on how people feel. Now, they have a lot of reservations. And I am keeping an eye out for their pre-orders on their Nikolai Badger, which is supposed to be happening in maybe later on this week, I believe June 29th. So I am expecting stock prices to shoot up. Now, will I buy another share of them? I don't know, because I only bought one for the whole fear of missing out thing, but at the same time understanding that this is all word of mouth, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that's my stock portfolio so far. If you guys made it this far, thank you very much. And please make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video in general, the information I provided. If you have any suggestions, tips, if you didn't like this video, make sure you leave a comment as well. And make sure you guys check out some of these other videos that I've made. Hopefully they help you on your stock journey as usual. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next Thursday, take care.